Good evening, everybody. As you know, every day while giving the Atma Jnana in the morning about Bhagavad Gita, I have been referring to Atma Vicharana and Atma Samadhi Dhyan for one to lead a successful and peaceful life. What is this Atma Vicharana and how Atma Samadhi Dhyan can bring in real success and peace? So today's session is how to practice this Atma Vicharana and Atma Samadhi Dhyan. So what is Atma Vicharana? Is, as I told, there are 4 levels of consciousness. Outer sensual consciousness, then ego consciousness, Atma consciousness and Supreme Divine consciousness. So the outer conscious level contains the sensual and ego conscious level of mind. The inner conscious contains Atma and Supreme conscious level of mind. So normally all the day-to-day affairs, whatever we are doing the work, this is being carried by the outer sensual conscious mind. And when the level of maturity of mind is less, since the next level being ego, it is being carried away. The sensual consciousness get attached with the connected with the ego conscious level, because of which we get anger, jealousy, hatredness, all these tamasic and rajasic gunas is attracted by connecting the sensual conscious level with the ego conscious level, which is immediately following that sensual conscious level. So as and when we do any work, or when we face situations where we have to take a decision, at that time there will be a confusion in the mind. The mind will be wavering, the mind will be fickle. Today we have been talking in the Bhagavad Gita. When the mind is fickle or it is wavering, when you take any actions, when you take any decisions, the decisions may not be perfect, because our energy is being wasted in the thinking about wavering thoughts and wavering fickle-mindedness. So Atma Vicharana, what it happens is, we have to take the outer conscious level to deep inner conscious level and ask to surrender to Paramatma inside the Supreme conscious level. We have to take the outer conscious level of mind. The buddhi, the outer conscious level of mind, should be taken to the Supreme Atma and Supreme conscious level of mind. Surrender to him and ask him to show the way. What is the right solution? What is the right decision I have to take? So while going inside, you hear the voice of, you hear 2 voices. First voice is voice of ego. So when you go and ask inside, what is the right decision? A voice will come and tell you, you do this. This give you happiness, this give you success, all these things. But if you analyze that voice, it shows that it's purely selfish in nature, where though it gives success, success and happiness to you, it has gotten negative ramifications on the others. By thwarting the happiness of others, you will be achieving success and you find happiness in their sorrow, sufferings. So this is the voice of ego. If you go still deep inside, you hear the voice of God. That's why it's called, in the depth of the silence inside you, you hear the voice of God. That voice will be selfless. So whatever your decision you take, the decision should not only bring in happiness to you, it should also bring happiness to everybody, and you should not create any sufferings or misdeeds to anybody by your actions. So when the inner voice gives this kind of advice to you, you have to follow that one. That is the inner voice of God. So that is the voice of Atma Guru. So in the Atma Vicharana, what we are doing, whatever problems we face, whatever decisions we need to take, when you do Atma Vicharana, you have to first cross the voice of ego and then go deep inside and hear the voice of God and see that whatever actions you do that brings success to you without affecting the peace and creating any kind of dejections or torture to anybody by your acts. So when that is being done, you release your karmas without accumulating your karmas. That is the objective of Atma Vicharana. But for one to go deep inside, this Atma Samadhi Dhyan is being followed. What is this Atma Samadhi Dhyan? As I told you, we have got 5 kosas in us. That is called Annamaya Kosa, the physical body, Pranamaya Kosa, the astral or energy body, and Manonmaya Kosa, this is buddhi, senses and our gunas or Atma, all these are there. and Vijnanamaya Kosa, that is the perfect power of discriminate intelligence, and Anandamaya Kosa, this is the supreme conscious state of Samadhi. So in our ancient yogis, they have depicted the Shiva holding the Thirusulam. So what this Thirusulam represents, this nothing but these 5 kosas. See, this is Annamaya Kosa. This contains head, face, throat, heart, stomach, kidney and the base seat. This is the way. And this contains the cells, physical body. This is the tool, this is the vehicle which does everything. And these cells have been provided with the energy from this Pranamaya Kosa, which consists Sahasrara Chakra against the head, face Agya Chakra, throat Visuddhi Chakra, heart Anahata Chakra, stomach Manipura Chakra, kidney Swadhisthana Chakra and base Muladhara Chakra. So here these chakras, the nadis, junctions at these chakras, that's what we create by this. So here these energies in this feeds the cells in the physical body. But these two are operated by the Manonmaya Kosa. The Manonmaya Kosa only uses the energy to activate the physical body. It separates in between. So what this Manonmaya Kosa contains? First top Buddhi against Sahasrara and head. Then 5 senses against Agya and forehead. And then ego against Visuddhi and throat. And Atma against Anahata and heart. And Gunas against the Manipura and stomach. And subconscious mind against Swadhisthana and kidney corresponding. And finally, in the Muladhara we have the Kundalini Shakti. So the Manonmaya Kosa contains the Kundalini Shakti. This Shakti operates the Buddhi to operate in this 5, 6, 7 stages. And this is Manonmaya Kosa. And these 3 get junction at the Vijnanamaya Kosa. This is the discriminated region where the Buddhi uses the energy in the energy body and the physical body, the cells, to use it perfectly. In this, from here the Kundalini Shakti, the lake of Kundalini Shakti starts. When you drop a stone, then it goes to the bottom. So this is the, from Vijnanamaya Kosa to Anandamaya Kosa goes, where finally attain the Samadhi state. So here, this is the effect of Thirusulam. So now we are going to see a very simple procedure as to how to practice this Atma Samadhi Dhyan, so that you can use it while carrying on, for the purpose of carrying on your day-to-day duties perfectly. So here what we are doing is, first step, in order to do anything, you need to have a perfect concentration. So perfect concentration comes in this, a very strong determination and strong focusing and concentration is essential for one to bring all our energy to one place. So as I told you, when the sun's rays fall from infinity, if you put a convex lens, that convex lens, what happens, the sun's rays from the sun, when it falls on the convex lens, it gets focused on single point. So this point, if you keep paper, that heat energy will burn the paper. So similarly, our energy from the physical energy body is being dissipated in several directions when it is not controlled by any, when it is fully covered by the thoughts, various thoughts. From the external Maya world, it gets attracted. So in order to make it to get focused, we have to follow a simple concentration technique. First, we have to bring all our energy to get focused. For that, the first step is concentration method. So what you have to do is, you have to keep your fingers like Chenmudra, like this. Sit in a relaxed seat and just focus on this dot. So this is the dot. So this dot refers to Atma. The Jyoti, if you see, in this Jyoti you have the center point Lingam. The Lingam you consider it as a dot and focus on the dot. You sit about 3 feet away in a chair and put a dot like Lingam structure, Jyoti, Atma Jyoti, this is Atma Jyoti, this is you. You are referred by Atma Jyoti. You put like Atma Jyoti and inside that the Lingam is the dot, that is the Paramatma. You make it at 45-degree angle. Where you sit, so just focus. Like this. This is 45-degree angle, 3 feet away. You sit and focus, keeping your fingers in Chin Mudra. As I told you, Chin Mudra refers to physical body, astral body, mind, soul, creator. So we join together, the soul mixed with creator, when this physical body, astral body and mind are united. When these three are united at this junction, this merges into Samadhi. That's the Thirusalam concept. So keep this Chin Mudra like this. Focus on this dot without moving your eyelids. Even water flows from your eyelids, don't move it, and keep your eyes open as much time as possible. And as you see the time, the more you see with focus, the more the concentration, the entire energy gets focused, like a fountain, no? Entire the water comes in junctions at the center, and the fountain flows inside. Like that, all the energy gets focused on this dot. So sit for 5 minutes, you practice this dot concentration method. Then you can visualize this dot as a Jyoti also. So Atma Jyoti, because you do not know how you are. So that is represented by our ancient yogis by way of Jyoti. So if you see this, inside this, you can observe the lingam structure. You follow? So in a calm Jyoti, you can see the lingam structure. So when you sit and focus on this Jyoti candle, you can either light a candle and see that lingam, or you can put a dot on the wall and watch it. So just you watch the black hemispherical base, the lingam, which is the Paramatma. So you are focusing on this Jyoti. This Jyoti is nothing but you, your Atma in the form of Jyoti. You can't catch it. That means it's infinite dimension. So focus on this. 5 minutes, you just without moving your eyelids, even water flows, you don't move it and just watch on it. After seeing that for 5 minutes, now come to this Annamaya Kosa. This is your physical body. So physical body, you close your eyes, now you visualize this Jyoti at the head. Now from your head, you just make it to flow from head to toes, like this. So here from head, the Atma Jyoti just circulates in all the nadis under all the cells, and from head to toes it just moves. Where visualize this Atma Jyoti, the heat from the Atma Jyoti burns all the negativity in the cells. So it burns all the negativity in the cells. Visualize. So you take a deep breath and leave the breath. While you leave the breath, you just watch that all the cells, negativity in the cells is being burned by the Atma Jyoti. So again take a deep breath, and from here just see that all the negativity in the cells are burned, and it leaves to the bottom, at the base, from the base it leaves to the earth. So like that 3 times you do. Take a deep breath in and then leave the Jyoti, leave this flame so that it burns all the negativity and burn. Then after doing this for 3 times, now what you have to do is, you have to close your 2 nostrils and take a deep breath in, hold the nostrils. Now the entire cosmic energy which has now gone inside is filling the entire cells, all the cells from the head to toes. All the cells are now getting filled with cosmic energy. So the more you hold the breath, the more the cosmic energy gets filled in the entire physical body, and the immunity power of the physical body becomes very strong. That Annamaya Kosa, all the cells in the physical body become strong. So this is the first step. Now after completing Annamaya Kosa, now you go to the Pranamaya Kosa. So Pranamaya Kosa, what you will do is, from the Mooladhara chakra, you start, here you have Bijakshara for each chakra. So here start with Lam, Vam, Ram, Yam, Ham, Om, Om. So what you have to do is, you visualize the Atma Jyoti, the flame here in the Mooladhara chakra. Now chant the mantra Lam for 9 times. When you chant Lam, you see that the astral body expands to infinity. It expands. As and when they expands, all the negativity gets expanded and the cells get expanded. So visualize, say that, chant the mantra Lam, 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 Lam. Visualize that the Mooladhara chakra gets expanded. Now go to Swadhisthana chakra. Now visualize Vam, 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 vam. So visualize this Swadhisthana Jagata getting expanded, the nadi is getting expanded. The astral body of Paramatma is infinity. So we have to expand this astral body to as much extent as possible, so that this brings in the all the Atmas inside us. That is the, you visualize, you become, the more the astral body expands, the more your mind becomes divine. Now move to Manipura Chakra. Now chant the mantra. Ram, 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 Ram. So each and every time when you chant the mantra, see the chakra circularly expands to infinity. Then go to Anahata Chakra. Now chant mantra. Yam, 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 yam. So Anahata Chakra get expanded. Your kindness, your generosity, your broad-mindedness increases. Now go to Visuddhi Chakra. Now expand this. Say the chanting mantra. Hum, 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 hum. So 9 times. When the Visuddhi Chakra expands, the ego, the thickness of ego gets flattened, and the egoistic thoughts and actions will come down slowly. Now the Aki Chakra. This is the, here chant the mantra. Om, 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 Om. 9 times. See this Aki Chakra expands to infinity. Your senses become more divine. All negativity get flattened. Now go to Sahasrara Chakra. Now chant mantra. Om, 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 Om. 9 times. See, the buddhi gets expanded to universe level. The more the buddhi gets expanded, the more its thinking power, the more its divine power increases. Now take a deep breath and allow this to fall. The next stage. Om, Om, Hum, Yam, Ram, Vam, Lam. So finally 1 time. So when you chant this mantra 1 time, visualize all the negativity getting dissolved and it flows out through the base. So this is about the Pranamaya Kosa. Now comes to the Manonmaya Kosa. Now it comes to the base. Here in Manonmaya Kosa we told the corresponding part of Muladhara or base is the Kundalini Shakti lies. In Swadhisthana Chakra corresponding part is subconscious mind. In Manipura part we got Gunas. In Anahata part Atma. Here ego, here senses and Buddhi. So now what you are going to do is, you are going to awaken your Kundalini Shakti. This Jyoti is going to, you visualize this Jyoti here and visualize now the energy from the Jyoti expanded. What is the energy? Means Shakti. So now you chant, Om is the Pranava of Paramatma and Shakti. When Paramatma and Shakti they merge together, that is why Ardhana is fixed. Both when Shakti and Shiva is there, then there is the divinity and the perfect knowledge grows. So here visualize and chant the mantra. Om Shakti, 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 9 times. So as in chant mantra 9 times in the Muladhara Chakra point, you visualize that Kundalini Shakti getting awakened. So when you heat water at the bottom, the heat increases, the water boils. Like that, the Kundalini Shakti awakens. Now go to the corresponding part of Swadhisthana. Here the subconscious mind lies. You take this awakened Kundalini Shakti to this subconscious mind stage of Swadhisthana Chakra and chant the mantra Om Shakti. When you chant the mantra Om Shakti, this awakened Kundalini Shakti goes inside the subconscious mind and cleanses all the negativity that has been stored right from this second to the time when you have taken the birth. That is, in several life cycles, whatever negative experience that you have stored, all this gets slowly dissolved and fired up and will become cleansed with all negativity, and subconscious mind will not have any negative stored in that one, which is the objective of this. So now you go there, chant the mantra Om Shakti, 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 Om Shakti. Visualize all this negativity subconscious mind is burnt and dissolved. Now go to next Manipura Chakra part. Here you see gunas, all your negative gunas and positive gunas also there. You have to remove all the negative gunas, leaving only positive gunas. So now chant the mantra Om Shakti 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 Om Shakti. See, all the negative gunas is getting burnt. Now move to the Atma. Here, whatever negative experiences, it gets stored in the Atma. You have the Atma Bharam. When there is Atma Bharam, you will have tensions, pressures, dejections, depressions. So all these things you have to dissolve and make Atma a light-hearted. That is called Atma Bhuj. So while you chant the mantra Atma, Om Shakti, visualize all the Atma Bharam is getting dissolved and Atma becomes light and you have Atma Bhuj. Chant the mantra Om Shakti 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 Om Shakti. Now you feel completely relaxed, completely relieved of all the negativity in your Atma. So when the Bharam is reduced, you will be free from tensions, you will be free from pressures. This is the place where you get heart attack, this is the place where it leads to cancer, all these things. So remove this, bring Atma Bhuj. Now move to the Visuddhi Chakra part where ego lies. So you have to burn this ego, you have to bring this under control. So chant the mantra Om Shakti 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 Om. See that the ego is completely burned and you are free from ego. The egoless state is attained. Now move to Agni Chakra, just forehead. So the corresponding part is. So here chant the mantra Om Shakti. When you chant mantra, all the negativity in the five senses is getting burned and you are only left with the divinity in the five senses. Om Shakti 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 Om. Now move to Buddhi. Finally, at the Sahasrara Chakra. The Buddhi, here lies the thoughts. All the thoughts generate, all the negative thoughts here activate the senses. So all the negative thoughts, I think, were burnt and Buddhi will be left with only divine thoughts. So further to remove the negative thoughts, chant the mantra Om Shakti 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 Om. So visualize all the negativity in your Buddhi is cleansed and your Buddhi is free from all negativity and you are now filled with divine. So now entire cells have been filled with divinity in the Manonmaya Kosa. Now allow it to fall. Now it comes to the Visuddhi Chakra. So when it comes to Visuddhi Chakra, the Buddhi along with Atma and all the senses, everything, it gets encircled and it becomes like a ball of fire. Now the ball of fire starts falling from Vijnanamaya Kosa to Anandamaya Kosa. While going through this, you chant mantra, the fireball slowly falls deep into Samadhi state of Anandamaya Kosa. The more you chant the mantra Om, the more it falls deep inside. Here the Kundalini Shakti lies, the lake of Kundalini Shakti where you are dropping the stone of fireball. So when it goes deep inside, slowly it gets dissolved. The fireballs are big size. It slowly becomes small size. So it is like this big ball. Slowly it reduces into small size. And when it reaches Samadhi, it becomes completely removed. It merges with Supreme Self. So like that, the more it goes deep inside, the big ball of fire slowly becomes small. That means all your negativity in the ego, your senses, your buddhi, all these things slowly, completely vanishes, and when it reaches the Samadhi state, it becomes a absolute Chitta Prajna stage, absolute stage, where you feel that you are thoughtless stage, egoless stage is attained at this stage. You remain in this stage for some time, as much time as possible. This is called Sachitananda stage, where you remain there and stop chanting Om Mantra and remain there absolute silence. This is the absolute Samadhi state. Remain there as much as time possible and then slowly come back to the normal state. This is the concept of this Trisula, where these five kosas and how you can attain Samadhi is attained. The more the Trisulam is being used for removing the negativity by Lord Shiva. So use this Trisulam concept of ancient yogis to depict how we can awaken our Kundalini Shakti and how we can bring divinity in us, so that we can fight any situations from the external world what we are facing, which is based on our past karmas. Whatever arrows that comes and hits us, with this Trisulam, we have to break them, we have to burn them, and we should remain calm at all times, face all the situations perfectly, successfully, without getting attached, but doing it with involvement and achieve success and bring prosperity and peace in you, contentment in you, so that you can lead a successful, contented, peaceful life and bring peace in you, peace in your family, and also peace in the society by contributing, you are spreading your positive energy through this. Spread this positive energy. When all the people join together and do this, every person who does this, they generate positive energy, which not only brings success to them, this positive energy spreads to the world, that brings real peace in the world. Practice this, bring peace in you, bring peace in the world. Thank you.